Vocus are moving to a new contract management software, Open Windows. This system has the ability to capture metadata from contracts. There are a large amount of old contracts which need inputting into the system and fall into three categories. Documents from the previous system, these easily transfer across. Scanned documents with metadata, these are able to be uploaded to the system. And scanned documents with no capturable metadata, these are the problem documents. Vocus would like a solution that focuses on this category of contract. The required solution would scan the contracts for the targeted information and extract it into a form that would sit as a front-facing document for the contract. This would also enable it to be uploaded to Open Windows. It would also be beneficial to tailor the parameters to a number of the generic contracts that Vocus has, so as to properly capture the information that is only relevant to that class of contract. We propose the use of an artificial intelligence-powered software that uses language analytics to extract data from the document that are proposed to it. These AI solutions involve using machine learning to train the software to recognize the language of the contract and draw conclusions based on what the system has been taught. The following solutions will analyze the contracts that are uploaded to their systems and extract key pieces of information. These pieces of software will allow Vocus to automate the analysis of their contracts and save the time that it would take to manually review each contract for the purposes of moving to Open Windows. The solutions are also customizable to enable Vocus to train them based on the specific parameters for each class of contract. This is beneficial as a specific class of contract can have its own specific output.
Contract Probe is an online contract review tool which aims to reduce the time and resources needed to review contracts. It begins with the user uploading a PDF, Word, or plain text file of the contract that is to be reviewed. The tool will analyze the entire document using its own pre-trained AI to scan the document for missing information and inconsistent clauses. As part of the subscription price model, there is some room for customization of the search terms, although the extent of the customizations is not evident. A summary report of the uploaded contract will be returned. This summary report contains basic information regarding the drafting of the contract, such as undefined terms and customer rights. Users will have the option of purchasing a full report which contains more in-depth information. ThoughtRiver is a contract pre-screening software company that is headquartered in London. Its application is designed to use a machine learning and a natural language processing engine that understands the meaning of the words in the contract at sentence level. This is already inbuilt into the system and does not require any training. The Lexible framework, which is ThoughtRiver's machine learning system, then uses a pre-trained series of questions to develop a detailed picture of the rights and obligations contained within the contract. This gives a base-level overview of the contract under review. It also enables the addition of custom parameters through their training studio. This is not publicly available to view, and a demo will need to be booked to view the web application and training parameters. All of this data is typically summarized into clear advice for the client within 2 or 3 minutes. Leviton is a German-based AI-powered data extraction and contract analytics program that is suitable for legal and corporate documents. Leviton claims that their program is accurate, efficient, and reduces manual abstraction costs of up to 50%. The Leviton platform takes the uploaded documents and then runs it through an OCR machine that turns it into machine-readable text. It then runs the document through a predetermined data model to extract key information. The key information links back to the original information in the document, and this data can be exported from Leviton into a number of different formats, including Excel. The information that is drawn out also contains hyperlinks that return to the exact location of the information within the Leviton platform. If there are any incorrect extractions of information, the information can then be retagged at any stage and the machine will learn from its mistakes. The more documents that are uploaded to the system, the more the machine will learn to read the documents specific to Vocus. Leviton is also customizable so that new parameters can be added to the extraction tool, and any information you want can be drawn from the document and exported to an external source. You will see the output document that has been designed, and this is based off the version of the customizable extraction to Excel that the Leviton system offers. Seal is an industry leader in contract analytics. It stores the contracts in an online searchable database that characterizes the contracts into groups. These contracts are then analyzed within the Seal system and extracts data from within the contract. Seal is a highly trainable system. It requires the user to provide examples of standard or approved language, and the program assesses and looks for similar language. Due to the fact that standard clauses are uploaded, The program will also automatically assess the clause against standard clauses to tell you if the clause is standard or non-standard. Due to the fact that it is so highly trainable, it can extract essentially any metadata that is required from inside the contract. The SEAL system is also pre-trained and tuned that is capable of using machine learning and AI to interpret the user's input data to create a basis of key information. It also uses the inputted data when the user elects to insert new parameters. However, this requires a minimum of 50 examples to effectively train the system to identify the new parameter within a number of different contracts. It is worth noting that it is likely that this will also be required across most of the systems mentioned, but cannot be confirmed as they are not open about training their systems. Cura Systems is a machine learning program that is based in Canada. The program filters, extracts, and analyzes the text in important documents and legal contracts. Using the quick study technology, Cura Systems will be able to identify and extract any information that is required to populate a contract management system or contract lifecycle management solution. The quick study tool is the way that the Cura system AI learns new parameters. It identifies standard language or target information so that it can identify the same information for future documents that the system reviews. This is done through the user identifying the relevant information a number of times.
The foundation of the above systems is AI machine learning. AI machine learning is a process where a machine is taught to interpret data and effectively learns to predict or extract data. This is done by developing neural pathways, essentially connecting a series of inputs, questions, and outputs to create a multi-dimensional flowchart that generates an output for data based on historical data that has previously been taught to read. To train an AI machine learning tool, it must be given targeted examples of what data to look for. As such, machine learning learns from the input data and examples. Most of the above AI machines work on a predefined data model, meaning they are pre-trained to look for certain key pieces of information as a starting point. To our knowledge, this includes the names of the parties, business identifiers, term of the contract, and pricing. It is unclear the full extent of the data extraction based on predefined data models for most of the above systems. The training of the system then moves to the next stage where new parameters are added. From the software assessed, training works in one of two ways. Uploading documents and identifying the exact item that should be extracted and correcting mistakes. For example, IBM Watson runs on this. Or uploading training data as a file with parameters filled out for a number of different documents, such as Google Cloud AI, which takes it in CSV form. This involves manually reviewing a large number of contracts and inserting the requisite information based on the parameters provided. When this is uploaded, the machine learns to associate the identified data in the training model with the identifier itself. This means that it will look for similar language and allocate it to the identifier. Examples of both of these methods have been provided. Irrespective of the training method used, AI machines require examples of targeted information so that they can identify relevant information in future materials. The more examples provided to the machine, the more effective it will become. For instance, SEAL states that to properly train the system, it should be provided with 50 to 200 examples. Further, ensuring variance in the information that is provided to the machine helps it develop the neural pathways necessary to identify the required information where different language is used and to identify where the target information is not present or negative. Vocus's problem is in relation to extracting metadata from a large number of contracts with custom parameters and the ability to export this information. Based on this, the system which appears to be most appropriate for their use is Leviton Systems. This is due to the customizable nature of the system, while at the same time having a strong foundation of predetermined parameters. Thus, the training required to get the system to the desired standard will be reduced. Further, the exportability function of the system also appears to be greater and more customizable than some of the other systems outlined above. The second recommended system is SEAL Systems. This is due to the high degree of customizability in their system, and another added benefit is the ability to recognize standard and non-standard clauses. However, it is also important to note that Contract Probe is the only Australian-based solution that has been provided. Thank you.